Good morning, and well, it's morning here where I am right now. This is Kathy with Harriet's Papery, and I'm gonna do some stuff today with some papers from Anna's Wonderfuls on Instagram. On Etsy, it's Lace Boutique 1. This is her hand embroidery kit right here that we're going to play with today. And it's got like a lot of letters and stuff in them. They're really pretty. With this pretty floral wallpaper print there too. And then this other kit is the Royal Carriage kit. And it's got some really pretty stuff in it. Old carriages and birds. These bird cages. Anyway, there's a lot of color in this one, which I really like. I'm always all about the colors. Wouldn't that be pretty in a journal? And then these are actually two separate pages, but I put them on this cardstock for some other purposes. Probably make journal cards out of these and a small envelope out of this. But these are usually would be one sheet of paper. Anyway, I've got some stuff already printed out here that we're going to use today because I had a little funny thing that happened to me yesterday that I discovered this morning. I had this all printed out yesterday, and I was going to print something pretty to be the inside of the envelope for tucking, you know, inside a journal with some goodies inside of it. But I had also found this on the Lace Boutique 1 Facebook group, and so I printed that off, not realizing I'd never printed something on the other side of this. Anyway, I was surprised when it came out on cardstock instead of regular paper. And this morning I started to cut the letters out, and I thought, why is there something? I don't know if you can kind of see it there. There's something showing through. That's weird. And I flipped it over and thought, oh no, what am I gonna do? So guess what? We're going to collage this. The other day I had actually been watching, Roxy's Weekly Challenge, where she collaged on some book pages and made tags. And so I used a bunch of the papers from these two kits to make these the other day. And so we're going to sort of do that kind of thing with this today. And this envelope is from one of Anna's other kits, Fancy French envelopes, I believe. Anyway, we're going to use that same sort of approach with this, except we're not going to tear it up and turn it into tags. We're just going to fix the boo-boos. So I hope you guys are all doing well, and I hope spring has arrived where you're at. We've sort of just barely received spring here in Idaho. It has finally quit snowing, at least where I live. And the rains have slowed down a little. Had to get my ruler to do some tearing here. Anyway, our watershed here, which is important for irrigation, is at 140% of normal, which that's a lot, and I can look out my window and see tons of snow still in the nearby mountains. So, you know, we're glad to be seeing spring, but we don't want it to get too warm yet because the rivers are pretty high as it is. We haven't had any flooding locally yet, but I'm almost certain that it's coming. So I think we'll glue this pretty little piece right down in the middle, and then we'll get going with some other pieces here. I'm hoping some of these darker colors will sort of hide the black numbers in the background. Let's choose some other stuff here. What about some of this? I have been recovering from a terrible case of just feeling no creativity. Like, my paper crafting just came to a halt. For a while I was trying out making ephemera, seeing how that would do, but I just wasn't feeling it. So I just stopped and just spent my time sewing and knitting and doing some other stuff. And the other day, my friend Anna sent me some stuff, and I thought, hey, maybe this is what I need. Just something new to play with. So here we are. It's too big. Let's just let it rip how it wants and see what we can do with that. Maybe that there. We can use this down here. We'll make it too thick where it's going to have to fold though. So maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe we need some bigger pieces. I kind of think that I prefer just folding a few times and carrying versus the ruler, but sometimes the ruler does it a little bit better on the edges. For me, anyway. But it might help if I had a skinnier ruler. Quilting rulers are pretty thick, and that's what I have, is a quilting ruler that I use. I was super excited when it was pretty warm here the other day. Probably why the river's so high right now, because it got over 80 degrees from being in the 40s. And it was kind of nice to have some warm weather and not have to have a fire in the wood stove at night. That was neat, especially since winters lasted so long. We were getting low on wood, but we got some wood yesterday from a friend. So that was nice. I could just go around and trim that up when I get done. I don't know. I'll think on that. Maybe I'll just tear some of these pieces off here and see how this works. Maybe this will be a little bit better. Well, maybe. There we go. We'll put her there. I'm just gonna do it. Like, just commit myself right now. I'm just gonna do it. I have found, like, when I'm making collage tags, sometimes you just need to commit to it. And then in the end, you're actually pretty happy with it. I'm pretty happy. I mean, I don't know about you guys. we had spring break a couple weeks ago, and my college-age daughter and my high school daughter were out of school the same week, which was kind of fun. And we made some Easter decorations because our Easter baskets disappeared someplace and we can't find them. So we made new baskets, and I made new baskets, I should say, out of rope and fabric. And my youngest daughter helped me make some decorations to use for our tiered tray and for our baskets. And that was kind of fun. Yes. I hope you guys all had a blessed and wonderful Easter, and had good time with family. I did a family dinner for the first time in, I don't even know how many years. I haven't done a family dinner probably since my dad was alive. There's usually a dinner at our church, but we decided to skip that this year and have our own dinner and like just get a tradition started, you know? Have good memories. You need to make good memories when you're kids, and especially when you're as old as mine are. You have long before they will be off living their own lives and doing their own things, and being married and having you know, their husband's family to do things with too. So we had a dinner. It wasn't big and fancy. We got a little ham and that would fit in the crock pot, a boneless ham, which makes for nice slicing, and had some deviled eggs and scalloped potatoes, and that was, oh, and a dessert, of course. We had like, it was called strawberry jello mousse. Anyway, with real whipped cream. Yes, it was the bomb. I love that stuff. I discovered the recipe like last year on Pinterest, I think, and I love it. All right, maybe here. Still trying not to make that bend right there too thick, but we'll see how this goes. I have several journals going now, and I'm hoping to kind of get a couple of them like finished and do flip throughs to post here on YouTube. We'll see. Don't always get everything done that we want to in a day. There's so many things to do every day. Because we're ranchy people, we've got cows and we have fences to fix up right now. There, that's good and scrappy. Let's see what else I have here. Probably should have got some pieces of like music paper or something out. Let's see. But it is what it is. We're just gonna use what we have here, and I'm sure it'll turn out better than I'm thinking it will. Right now I'm not thinking this is going to be making me joyful. I shouldn't even say that, should I? I should just buck up a little. I think sometimes we don't think about the effect that the things we say have on us, because we believe almost everything we say to ourselves. So if we say, oh gosh, I look ugly today, then we're probably going to think, you know, that we look ugly today. In reality, we don't, because we are beautiful. We are all God's kids, and He made us beautiful and perfect in our own way, and it always bugs me when people say things like that about themselves. I have a friend just through Instagram, not somebody I know personally, and she had people say just horrible things to her the other day on Facebook. And I just thought, man, people are so rotten. I mean, we all know that these, you know, there's these nasty people that say just terrible things to people on social media because they can get away with it. You know, they don't have to look at somebody's face to tell them they can just be nasty. I mean, they don't even have to know you. But, oh, that's ugly. That is, I'm removing that, folks. But that bothered me, and it just, you know, made her feel like deleting all of her social media accounts. And I really love the stuff she posts, but can't blame her either. Like, people can just be so mean sometimes. Let's see. Probably doing some of this stuff not in frame, which is silly of me. I actually have the frame sort of taped out with some paper scraps on my desktop, so that I'll be able to tell when I'm in a frame and out of frame, and I don't always pay attention to it. All right. Extra scrappy. I love it. I have a little catch in my throat because I was in earlier tweezing my eyebrows, and when I do that, for whatever reason, it makes me sneeze. And so then I clear out, you know, all my sinuses. So now I feel like I've got either bad allergies or a cold or something, but I don't. It's just weird, but that's what happens to me when I do that. So I actually stopped myself because I thought, I'm going to go make a video and I'm going to sound terrible and everybody's going to think I'm sick. I'm not. No. No. Yeah, we'll set that guy aside. Might not be meant for this moment. Okay, new piece of paper, new colors, new ripping. Yeah. Hey, how about that? How about Elmer Chickering? I love that. It's so cute. What did I do with my ruler? It's right here. See? I've got such a mess already, I can't find stuff. writer. We just need his name. I love that name, Chickering. I would not have even thought of that as being an actual name, you know, but must have been. Yeah, we're just going to tear that off. And that. Maybe right there. That's what I think. I'm going to put his name right there. Well, one of the reasons I'm so excited about the warmer weather is we're going to be able to start gardening. And flowers will start to grow and bloom. I love flowers. And if I could prevent my husband from chopping any of them down with the weed eater this year, I will be super happy. Because he just gets going with that thing, and he's a cowboy. Like, he gets going with it, and he's just like, cut down all the things. His dad actually got in trouble with the family one time because he got a new chainsaw. And he was retired by this time and bored. And he cut down everyone's favorite apple tree in the backyard of their house. I think everybody was a little upset about that. It's kind of a funny story to listen to. I never knew either of my in-laws. So, you know, all I get is these stories. It was kind of funny to think about. Probably everybody was upset with Dad for cutting down the apple tree in their backyard. Anyway, hopefully my sweetheart does not chop off any of my flowers this year. And we can have some pretty ones to look at. Let's see. I think that will work. Right. The bin's going to be right there. Maybe I'll flip that around and just tear that stuff off. I really want to get a mat to use here. So I'm not doing this on top of my great-grandma's desk. I mean, I haven't got like tons of glue on it or anything yet, but I also don't want to. Yeah, maybe I'll let that for a bit. I'll just leave that. I'm going to destroy it if I don't. Let's see. Tiny scraps. What tiny scraps do I have? Here we go. No, that's not going to be big enough to cover that. Well, I'll try that one there. Oh, and I'm not in frame at all. You guys can't even see what I'm doing. I'm sorry. I think we need some more colors. I want some flowers. Yes, flowers. So let's put, oh man, how good is that? I'll just have to snip a little piece over there. tear a little tiny bit off and put on there of something. All right. I'm really looking forward to finishing some journals for a while because I've got tons of paper stacked up here that I've got ready for journals. But I always feel like I need to not have 20 things going all at once, because I'm really bad about that. Like in my knitting and my crocheting, I always have so many projects. Ooh, there's some turquoise. Well, we've got turquoise there. How about this? A little piece of this. Oh my goodness, I've got glue on me. There we go. Just a teeny bit of glue on there. That's probably not a good idea to try to glue that on the project. It would probably make a pretty good mess. And if you're wondering, I am actually wiping glue on my jeans. Might not be good for them, but who's to say? Right. Rip a little piece off for there. We're almost done with this, guys. Wow, look at that. Pretty, pretty, pretty. I sometimes feel like when you're doing something scrappy like this, the smaller the pieces, the cooler it looks in the end. And then, of course, I always put a bunch of big pieces on it, but, you know, they cover the territory. You can always glue more pieces on top of them. Yeah. I know. Look at this really cool this. I think that'll be really cool on there. Tear that off the main piece. And put some on there. All right. There. Maybe a little one right there. Yes. All right. I'm going to scrap here. Yeah, I'll just do it on the back of that one. When I first started Roxy from the Roxy's Weekly Challenge, I was just so amazed. There she was, just like gluing stuff on top of her book pages, and I was just like, oh my gosh, she must have a ton of book pages if she can just waste a book page like that. Ooh, there's a spot there too. Hey, we'll put this little bit over there. See if these will fit good. I think so, like that. I love finding new people to watch, you know, on YouTube to learn how to do new things or just see a new way to do something. It's really fun, you know, to find new ways to do the different things or to do the same thing a new way. I enjoy that. many years ago, I had this in bed one night, I had this epiphany that maybe, possibly, just because my parents did something a certain way didn't mean that I had to. Like, maybe their way wasn't always the right way. When I look back, I just think that is so weird that, like, I thought the only way to do certain things was the way my parents did it. Like, their way was right, and any other way was definitely just going to be wrong. I mean, it wasn't, but, ew, look at my poor fingernail. I have to fix that later. See what I did? I'm a messy crafter, for sure. Definitely a messy crafter. Okay. I can get stuff out of my way here so I can do some fun folding. I really like how that's turned out. Cool. Lost my glue cap. Okay, all the junk out of the way. Look at her eyes peeking over. This morning when I first discovered what I had done here, I thought, oh no, I don't want to throw this away. And I thought, oh, don't be silly, you're going to throw this away, you're going to find a way to fix it. Collage it. I love to collage stuff, so that's naturally what came to mind. Hopefully you're not seeing my hair. I was just leaning my head in a little too close. All right. Let's fold these boys in there. I need to get something to use on this stuff. I think I know what I'm going to use. I'm going to use my ruler because it is here. It is handy. Wow. That one was definitely really, really stiff. Ew. That made a little wear mark. All right. I don't actually have a bone folder. Usually what I use is this little sewing tool for like making the points and collars and cuffs and such come out nice and pointy the way you want them. Works pretty good most of the time. Oh, look at this, isn't it? I've actually not even folded one of these envelopes yet, so I didn't know how it was going to come out. That's kind of cute. You can tuck those ends in and like that. You can even put a little seal on it. Or make the little button where you wrap the string around and wrap it around the little button thing. And when I make those little button things, I always use a penny. And then I just draw around my paper and cut it out to make them. Well, that's cool. And we'll do some distress ink on it around the edges out here. Some projects say they want a lot, and this one's going to get whatever it takes to make me pleased with the outer edge. So it might take a lot. I'm not sure. All right. liking it. I wish I could find one of these ink pads that was a little bit bigger. I mean, I can buy them online, I know, but just keep hoping like local Joann's will have some, but they never do. They never have more. I don't know what their deal is, but they never have more, so I'm just sort of stuck with it. This one for now, until I just get tired of it and order one online, which is ridiculous because I order a ton of stuff online. I mean, I have a business. I order stuff online. Huge boxes of envelopes and boxes full of boxes and all that stuff. So it's silly that I just sit here and don't order one. Clearly don't want it bad enough. All right. Well, here we are. We fixed it. It's this cute little envelope now with all this stuff collaged in it, and I love it. I hope you guys are having a great day, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.